I'm doing this video because obviously everyone is complaining right now that countries are going to war, stuff like that. But that's because if you look up on Google, only a really, really small percentage of the rich people and well-off people, right? So anyone that's poor right now, or anyone that doesn't contribute to the country, or anyone that's having too many kids and those kids are not contributing, they don't care how many of us die because they're trying to kill us anyway. They are literally trying to kill us. They're trying to stop us having kids by making us transgender. They take everybody's kids off them because they're more likely to die in care than outside of care. And most of them end up being a non-contributor to this country because most of them end up on benefits. This is happening to all races, everybody poor, not just the English. It's happening to Africa, where every single country in this world where there is a poor population, they're trying to get rid of us on purpose. You wonder why they're putting so money on food, taxing farmers, taxing pensioners. It's because they're doing it on purpose, so we can't afford schools, we can't afford resources like food, electric, gas, rent. We can't afford to survive. They don't want us to. You wonder why Russia is attacking Ukraine and there's wars between Gaza and Palestinians. America and England are helping Ukraine on purpose so Russia attack the country. They are hoping for a mass killing in this country, and this is what they don't want you to know. That's why everyone going out trying to hurt Palestinians.
Are Palestinians hurting us?
The Palestinians, we shouldn't be hurting anybody because that's what they want. We're doing exactly what the government wants to happen, because the more people that get hurt or get killed, that's more resources for the rich and stuff, because we're running out. There's hardly any food left. They're turning our youths into savages because there's no future for them. They've made clear and made very obvious of that. It's becoming that normal in this country, and everyone's getting so used to it that you open up Facebook and you see that kids are going missing every day. There's about 5-6 killings a day. No one seems to actually care. The rich are going to be the only ones that survive in this world because they don't want anyone to survive except from the rich and the well-off, the ones that are just below rich. Why do you think COVID came out? Because that killed a lot of people. That's what they wanted. They did it on purpose so they could control people, having people stuck in their houses scared that they're going to die, they're going to get ill. They purposely wanted people to get ill and scared at the same time. And then you go and get this vaccine, but it was made on purpose for people to stop having kids. You basically got an abortion injection for your life. And I've seen the videos and got the information from people that are in the high rich community, the ones that never got the injections or the COVID jabs. Why was it only poor people that got the COVID jabs? None of the rich got it. We were the only ones that really ended up ill. Like, do you really think the president that had COVID? Everyone was saying that was bull when apparently he had COVID. He was better a day later. But everyone's got to be careful because they're making schools now that dangerous. They take the kids' legal rights away from them before they even know what they are. They're trying to make them all transgen so no future generation has kids. So unless you are basically rich and can't afford to send your child to a decent private school, your kid's going to be brainwashed, not have a clue what their actual job is when they're an adult. They basically want to get away with what Hitler did, but instead they're trying to make it look like we're doing it to ourselves. They're trying to wipe us out as many as they can because there's too many people, too many mouths to feed. But he's trying to do it where he doesn't get caught. The government is trying to do it where they don't get caught like Hitler did. Keir Starmer's putting council tax up on purpose to make people not want to pay it. Because if you don't pay your council tax when there's a kid getting assaulted or getting SA'd or when someone's about to get murdered, who's going to be dealing with that? We're going to have no police force. We're going to have nobody to bring resources in this country. We're going to have no NHS staff because there's no one to pay them. We're all going to end up in a third world country like we see on TV, and they want money off us to help them. Who's going to help us? Because when our country goes to war, we're all screwed. But we're not the only ones going to war. Nearly every single country in this world is already going to war now.
Or setting up for it.
Yeah, or setting up for it. And soon, they're going to start targeting every single poor estate in every country. Wherever there is poor people, that's where they're going to aim. They want a world where benefits don't exist and people can have as many resources as they want without struggling. You've seen it in many films where they live in a tiny population. Just look at Hunger Games, for example. They put all the poor people in cages and forced them to do the rich people's work. They were the only ones that was left. Everyone else had died off. They killed them all. I would say in the next 100 years, there's not going to be any more poor people in this world. The government will make sure of that, and so will the rich. And they have already proved this by all the old people that got killed because they couldn't afford their heating. All the people that lose their kids every day that go into care and then end up getting killed by a foster carer or an adopter. And people go on about all the drugs in this country. They put drugs in, the government bring drugs into this country on purpose so they can use it off you to get your kids. By the way, I meant to say countries there because we're not the only country that gets it. Other countries do too. We're talking about 95% of the whole world. Oh yeah, we're not 95% of poor people, we're 90% of poor people. About 10% of the population in the whole world are rich people. And the rest are people like us just fighting for resources.